You wake up excited for qualifying, ready to see raw speed, bluffs, and sandbagging revealed under full pressure. Then the rain suddenly erases everything, shifting the entire mood of race weekend in an instant. When qualifying disappears at Atlanta, it is not just a canceled session on the schedule. It completely changes the energy, preparation, and expectations heading into Sunday's race. The starting lineup for the AutoTrader 400 just experienced a major unexpected shakeup. Something happened that could shape how this entire race unfolds from start to finish. At this track, position kind of matters, yet somehow it also does not. That contradiction is exactly what makes Atlanta such a fascinating battleground. If you watched closely since Daytona, you already understand why this scenario feels intriguing. Momentum, confidence, and early season storylines are already colliding at Atlanta this weekend. Qualifying at Atlanta Motor Speedway was completely washed away by steady, relentless rain. No laps were turned, no pressure runs happened, no dramatic last-second moments. With qualifying canceled, NASCAR immediately turned to the established performance metrics formula. This system was created precisely for situations when weather interrupts scheduled sessions. That formula considers finishing position and current owner point standings carefully. If you followed last weekend, you already know what that calculation produced. Sitting on the pole for the AutoTrader 400 is Tyler Reddick. The numbers placed him at the very front when qualifying vanished. Honestly, it makes perfect sense given his recent performance. He's coming off a massive victory at the Daytona 500. Winning the biggest race of the season boosts you heavily in metrics standings. Finishing position and owner points combined pushed him toward the top spot. So when rain canceled qualifying, the math simply handed him pole position. No debate, no arguments, just pure calculation placing him first. Lining up beside him on row 1 is Joey Logano. That pairing immediately creates tension and excitement at Atlanta. Logano won both the pole and race at Atlanta in 2023. He understands how to control air and manage the draft here. But here comes the twist that changes perspective completely. Since 2023, the pole winner's average finish at Atlanta is 18th. That statistic tells you everything about what Atlanta has become recently. This track now races similarly to Daytona and Talladega. Horsepower is reduced. The pack remains tight for long stretches. Starting first no longer guarantees full control over the race. Clean air still helps, but this is pack racing survival. You must endure chaos before thinking about winning. That is why this starting lineup feels so fascinating. Mid-pack drivers absolutely have opportunities to charge forward late. You do not have to begin first to contend. You just have to survive until 10 laps remain. Row 2 features Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Chase Elliott. Stenhouse at a drafting track is always dangerous. Chase Elliott lines up at his home track in Georgia. The crowd energy will be absolutely electric for him. Row 3 includes Brad Keselowski and Zane Smith. Keselowski thrives managing superspeedway-style chaos situations. Zane Smith starting that high presents huge opportunity. Track position early could shape his confidence quickly. Row 4 brings Chris Buescher and Riley Herbst. Both drivers have chances to capitalize in traffic. Row 5 places Bubba Wallace and Josh Berry together. Drafting chemistry could determine their early progress. Noah Gragson starts 11th with solid track position. Daniel Suarez rolls off 12th, looking confident. Remember Suarez's surprise Atlanta victory 2 years ago. That remains one of this track's biggest recent moments. Behind them sit William Byron and Kyle Busch. Carson Hocevar and Kyle Larson follow closely. Larson starting 16th is not a bad position. Mid-pack can sometimes offer safer drafting lanes early. Further back, Ty Dillon and Cody Ware line up. A.J. Allmendinger and Michael McDowell follow nearby. Ross Chastain and Ryan Blaney add more intrigue. Eric Jones and John Hunter Nemechek remain threats. Ty Gibbs and Ryan Preece wait midfield. Cole Custer and Shane Van Gisbergen stand ready. Denny Hamlin and Austin Cindric also start deeper. That depth creates unpredictable drafting alliances later. Christopher Bell begins all the way in 32nd. That is absolutely one to watch carefully. Bell shows speed nearly everywhere on schedule. With right drafting partners, he can slice forward. Austin Dillon and Chase Briscoe line up behind. Todd Gilliland and Alex Bowman follow them. B.J. McLeod and J.J. Yaley complete the field. 38 cars prepare for pack racing chaos. Atlanta now behaves like a mini Daytona, or perhaps even a compact Talladega. Starting up front feels helpful, yet uncertain. Being aggressive early sometimes paints a target. The draft constantly shuffles running order unpredictably. Momentum can swing within a single lap. Reddick on pole brings powerful early season confidence. Daytona momentum follows him into Georgia. Winning Daytona, then starting first, builds swagger. That team feels nearly unstoppable right now.
But Atlanta does not respect swagger. Atlanta rewards survival above everything else. Since reconfiguration, shock winners remain rare here. Usually, big contenders remain present late. So the main question becomes about momentum. Can Reddick continue rolling after Daytona victory? Can Logano control the front again? Will he repeat that 2023 mastery? Or will someone buried mid-pack emerge late? 5 laps remaining often change everything. Rain removed qualifying excitement from Saturday, but unpredictability for Sunday increased dramatically. That unpredictability is why this sport captivates fans. Pack racing drama creates unforgettable finishes. Championship implications begin building earlier than expected. Points accumulate quietly in opening races. Playoff positioning conversations start almost immediately. Momentum during February shapes entire seasons. If Atlanta becomes typical recent pack chaos, we could witness a truly wild race. Every driver understands survival comes first. Only survivors battle for checkered flag. This lineup sets stage for drama. Pure pack racing intensity awaits Sunday. Fans analyze grid differently after rain. Metrics replace traditional qualifying pressure. No hot laps determined starting order. Mathematics alone shaped front row. That twist adds storyline depth immediately. Atlanta weekend energy feels transformed. Drivers now prepare for unpredictable drafting battles. Strategy meetings likely look slightly different. Early caution could reshuffle everything quickly. Late caution could decide entire outcome. Mid-pack alliances often determine final winner. Timing the draft perfectly becomes crucial skill. 10 laps remaining changes mental calculations. Aggression level rises sharply at front. 5 laps to go brings pure tension. Every move risks everything at speed. Survival through early chaos proves essential. One mistake can end promising afternoon. Fans love unpredictability despite lost qualifying. Rain sometimes improves Sunday excitement. Reddick versus Logano headlines opening laps. That duel alone brings serious intrigue. But deeper starters remain equally dangerous. Bell from 32nd exemplifies that truth. Momentum from Daytona fuels early confidence. The Georgia track tests that confidence immediately. This Auto Trader 400 carries bigger meaning. Season narratives begin forming right now. Green flag will finally answer everything. Until then, anticipation keeps building steadily.